بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which is Unit 4, Writing. So today we will be learning much about writing. But before we jump to our lesson, if you remember our previous lesson, the speaking, we took some questions here to work in pairs to name two Olympic medalists from Saudi Arabia. Which sports did they compete in? And are these sports popular in our country? So of course you did this with your colleague, and we have to research and collect information about popular sports to make notes in the chart. This is the chart. Of course, if you remember, we did it in the previous lesson. The name of the sport, is it individual or team sport? Some of them are both, just like tennis and maybe swimming. How and where it is played, what's the objective, and why is it popular? Of course, we've answered all of these, and you can put your own answer. Of course, it doesn't have to be my answer. You can choose whatever sport you want and fill the chart yourself. So these are today's objectives: to analyze a text to its main points, label each part of the plan, organize activity steps, write notes about the sport, demonstrate an understanding of a text, infer the important information from a text, use the appropriate words or phrases as headings, demonstrate an understanding of how to write an email. So today these are objectives and we'll be doing them all. So do you know how ice hockey is played? Of course, you can see this picture. I think you know the sport here. Yes, it's hockey or ice hockey. It's famous in maybe Canada and also Norway, where the countries that they have the cold weather throughout the year. Do you know how ice hockey is played? Look at the picture and guess. So try to guess. How is it played? When they play hockey, what do they do? When they are skating throughout the rink, what do they do? You can see in the picture here, they're carrying some sticks and they're chasing a black object here. And there's, in the background, you can see there's a net or a goal. So I think now we can come up with something that they're trying to hit this object and get it through the net. Compare ideas, information in the class. So I think it's obvious from the picture here. Maybe what's the main goal of hockey is just to stick this object using the stick, of course, in the other team's net. So number one, read the first part of the text and label the different parts of the ice hockey rink. Your team is on the left. Your team is on the left. So we'll be reading the first part of the text and to label the different parts of the ice hockey rink. As you can see here, this is the ice hockey rink, and your team is on the left. And you have the places of the players here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we'll be writing each of the places, each of the positions here. We'll be learning all of that just from this first paragraph. So let's listen to it together.
Ice hockey is played on a rink that is 200 feet, 61 meters, long and 85 feet, 26 meters, wide, with painted lines to indicate various zones. The area behind the blue line of a team's side is called its defending zone. The area behind the opponent's blue line is the attacking zone, and the area between the two blue lines is the neutral zone. There are two sets of goal posts at either end of the rink with a net attached behind them. The red line between the two posts is the goal line. The area in front of the goal is called the crease.
So now that we have finished listening to the first part, I think you can guess what each position here. And there's the one already done for you, number 2. You can see number 2 here. This is the defending zone, because this is your team is on the left. This is your area. So here you have to defend your goal. So number 2 is the defending zone. What about number 1? What's the position here? I think it's an obvious answer. It's the goal post. This is your goal here. This is the goal post. What about number 3? You can see that here. It's here in the middle. So number 3 is, yes, the neutral zone. The neutral zone. So it's not your place or the opponent's place. It's just in the middle. So this is neutral zone. Number 4 here. Number 4 is the attacking zone. So number 4 is the attacking zone. Number 5. What's number 5 there? Right there in the corner. You can see it. This is the goal line. So this is here. Number 5, as you can see, this is the goal line. Number 6, right in front of your opponent's goal. What is it called? So it's the crease. The crease. So as said in the last line here, the area in front of the goal is called the crease. Of course, in the opponent's goal, not your goal, the opponent's goal. The area in front of your goal is called the goal post. So number 2 here, read and find out, then discuss, compare answers in class. So we'll be reading the whole article, but first let's read these questions to answer them afterwards. How many players does each team have? What kind of players are they? Is it like football, 11 players in a team? Let's see. What is the objective of the game? What do you do? What's the objective? What kind of equipment do players use? I think we discussed this earlier, the equipment, maybe the sticks. Maybe we'll see more. We don't know. What is allowed and what is not allowed? The rules. What is allowed? What is not allowed? What are body checks? Why are they used? So there's something called body checks. What are they and why are they used? How does the puck move? How does the puck move? How long are penalties? How does the puck move? The puck, of course, is the black round object that they try to move. And how long are penalties? So these are the questions. I'll be playing the article now. So let's listen and try to come up with the answer from the article. So let's listen together.
Ice hockey is played on a rink that is 200 feet, 61 meters, long and 85 feet, 26 meters, wide with painted lines to indicate various zones. The area behind the blue line of a team's side is called its defending zone. The area behind the opponent's blue line is the attacking zone, and the area between the two blue lines is the neutral zone. There are 2 sets of goal posts at either end of the rink with a net attached behind them. The red line between the 2 posts is the goal line. The area in front of the goal is called the crease. Each team has 3 kinds of players, 3 forwards, the center and 2 wingers, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. The objective of the game is to score goals by shooting the puck, a hard rubber disc, into the opponent's net. The players control the puck with a long stick curved at one end. They also wear a lot of padding and helmets to avoid getting hurt.
So I think you got a lot of information just from these 3 parts of the article. I think the first part is already done, the positions of the players. Number 2, each team has 3 kinds of players, 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. So I think now we know how many players. The objective of the game is to score goals by shooting the puck. So I think we've answered just from this part of the article many questions that were asked previously. Let's continue the article here, 4, 5, and 6.
Players are not allowed to use their hands in order to redirect the puck nor pass it to their teammates, unless they are in the defensive zone. They may redirect the puck with any other part of their bodies, but not kick it. The boards surrounding the ice keep the puck in the rink and are used to body check opponents, i.e. push them against the boards in order to stop their progress. Play can also be stopped if a goal is knocked out of position. It is then restarted with a face-off, i.e. two players face each other on the ice and try to gain control of the puck that an official drops to the ice. If an offensive player interferes with a goaltender's defense, he is given a penalty and sent to the penalty box for 2 to 5 minutes.
So now that we have listened to the article, let's answer the questions. Number 1, how many players does each team have? What kind of players are they? So, the number of the players and what kind of players are they? I think you can find that in the second or the third part of the article. So let's see the answer here together. Each team has 6 players. So the total is 6 players a team. 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. Again, 6 players. What kind of players are they? 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. What is the objective of the game? What's the objective of the game? The reason, what's the objective? What do you do? What's your goal here? So, the objective of the game is to score goals by shooting the puck into the opponent's net. So, it's as we guessed in the beginning of this lesson when we analyzed the picture, is you use your stick to hit the puck, the circular or the round object, to get it in the opponent's net. So this is the objective of the game. Again, the objective of the game is to score goals. How? By shooting the puck into the opponent's net. The next question, what kind of equipment do players use? So the equipment during playing. So what do they use? I think this is an easy one. Players use a stick, a helmet, and a padding to avoid getting hurt. So they use the stick, of course, to move the puck, a helmet for protection, and also they use paddings on their arms and maybe the entire body. Why? To avoid getting hurt, because maybe they will be hitting each other all the time. So stick, helmet, and a padding to avoid getting hurt. Next question, what is allowed and what is not allowed? So these are the rules here. So the correct answer, players are not allowed to use their hands in order to redirect the puck unless they are in the defensive zone. So you don't use your hands, it's not allowed unless you are in the defensive zone. They may redirect it with any other part of their body, but not kick it. You can redirect it with any redirect it with any part of your body, but not kick it. What are body checks? Why are they used? So I think you've heard the term body checks. What are body checks and why are they used? So the answer is body checks are moves that involve pushing opponents against the boards that surround the rink. So body checks are moves that involve pushing opponents against the boards that surround the rink. How does the puck move? So the puck, the round object, how does it move? Using what? So let's see the answer here. The puck is pushed with a stick by players towards the opponent's net, or redirected with the players' bodies, but neither kicked or pushed by hand. So you can use a stick or any part of your body, but not kick it or using your hand. So the puck is pushed with a stick by players towards the opponent's net, or redirected, just to redirect with the players' bodies, but neither kick it nor pushed by hand. How long are penalties? If there's a penalty, how long is the penalty? So it's just for from 2 to 5 minutes. How long are penalties? 2 to 5 minutes. I think you can find this in the last of the in the ending of the article. 3 here, use the appropriate words or phrases as headings. So we have 6 parts of the articles, and we have to put the correct heading in each one of them. So it's like a small title for each of part of the article. We have penalties, moving the puck, equipment, players, stopping the game, and the rink. So let's listen to the first 3, then we will decide which is which.
Ice hockey is played on a rink that is 200 feet, 61 meters, long and 85 feet, 26 meters, wide with painted lines to indicate various zones. The area behind the blue line of a team's side is called its defending zone. The area behind the opponent's blue line is the attacking zone, and the area between the 2 blue lines is the neutral zone. There are 2 sets of goal posts at either end of the rink with a net attached behind them. The red line between the 2 posts is the goal line. The area in front of the goal is called the crease. Each team has 3 kinds of players, 3 forwards, the center and 2 wingers, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. The objective of the game is to score goals by shooting the puck, a hard rubber disc, into the opponent's net. The players control the puck with a long stick curved at one end. They also wear a lot of padding and helmets to avoid getting hurt.
So the first 3 parts of the article. Number 1, what's the correct heading here from the box? So let's see the answer here. It's the rink, because it's talking about the rink and each position in the rink. What is it called? Number 2 is the players, because it's talking about players. How many are there, and what are they called? There are 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. What about number 3 here? The objective of the game. This is the equipment, using the puck, the stick, the helmet, the paddings. So these are the equipments. So number 4, 5, and 6. Let's listen to this part of the article, then we will be answering each heading.
Players are not allowed to use their hands in order to redirect the puck nor pass it to their teammates, unless they are in the defensive zone. They may redirect the puck with any other part of their bodies, but not kick it. The boards surrounding the ice keep the puck in the rink and are used to body check opponents, i.e. push them against the boards in order to stop their progress. Play can also be stopped if a goal is knocked out of position. It is then restarted with a face-off, i.e. 2 players face each other on the ice and try to gain control of the puck that an official drops to the ice. If an offensive player interferes with a goaltender's defense, he is given a penalty and sent to the penalty box for 2 to 5 minutes.
So, heading number 4, players are not allowed to use their hands. So the rules here. So number 4 is moving the puck. How do you move the puck? Using your hand? Is it by kicking it or using the stick? Number 5. So what's the correct heading here? Stopping the game. Stopping the game, because it says here the boards surrounding the ice keep the puck in the rink and are used to body check opponents, push them against the boards in order to stop their progress. So this is stopping the game. What about number 6? I think this is an obvious one. Of course, it's talking about penalties. If an offensive player interferes with the goaltender's defense, he is giving a penalty and sent to the penalty box for 2 to 5 minutes. Excellent. Exercise B here. Choose a sport or a recreational activity that you like doing. Think about the sport or activity and make notes in the chart. Add more steps or stages if necessary. Use your notes to write an email to your friend giving information about your sport or recreational activity. So this is the chart. You have to fill name of sport or recreational activity. Where can you do this activity or sport? When can you do this activity? For example, summer and winter, etc. Do you need any special equipment to take part in this activity? Just like hockey, do you need a stick, a helmet? What do you have to do to prepare for this activity? What is involved in doing the activity? As in stages, the rules, etc. Why do you like this activity? Would you recommend this sport or activity to your friends, and why? So you have to fill this chart using a sport or activity. For example, I chose football. Where can you play? Where can you do this activity? In a pitch, of course. Or if you want to do it unprofessionally, you can play it anywhere. When can you do this activity? Summer, winter. I can do it. We can play football at any time, day or night, summer or winter. Do you need any special equipment to take part in this activity? A ball and 2 goals. We don't need any special equipment, no sticks, no helmets. We just need a ball and 2 goals or 2 nets. What do you have to do to prepare for this activity? What is involved in doing this activity? The rules, for example. Of course, the team who score more goals wins. The team who score more goals wins. Why do you like this activity? Of course, we all find it fun and competitive and enthusiastic. We all like to play football, especially with our friends. And if they are in your team, of course, you'll be having lots of fun. Would you recommend this sport or activity to your friend? Of course, I would do. Why? Because it's really fun and it's a sport. This is the letter that you'll be writing. This is an example, of course. Hi, Majid. How's school? How's your family? I hope you are all well. You asked about fishing. Well, so they're talking about fishing here. Well, guess what? Last week I caught the biggest fish you've ever seen. Let me tell you how you can do it too. The first thing you need to do is prepare your line with bait. Then you can continue writing. I'm attaching a photo of me fishing with my dad. We look good, huh? I'm really looking forward to seeing you again. Send me all your news soon. Your friend, Ali. So whatever sport you choose in the chart, you can write the same exact letter as this one, just talking about the sport or recreational activity that you chose. Writing corner here. When you write an email to a friend giving news and instructions, so the writing corner here, when you write an email to a friend giving news and instructions, so you want to write an email to your friend giving him some instructions or some news. Greet and sign off the email in an informal manner. Hi, hello, dear. So if he's your friend, don't use formal language. Of course, you'll be using informal language. So number 1, greet and sign off when you enter and when you get out. Greet and sign off the email in an informal matter. For example, hi, hello, dear, and so on. Write as if you are speaking to your friend directly. It's if he is sitting or standing right in front of you. Give your news, as in school, a recent activity you have taken up. So you give your news, what did you do at school? Maybe a recent activity or a sport that you have taken up. If the reader doesn't know the sport or activity, give details about what's involved and the stages and steps. So explain this activity to him. Hand over the first draft to someone else to read and comment on, edit and rewrite. And with that, we reach the end of this lesson. See you next lesson, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.